Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first week of this class. I hope that by this point you guys have had an opportunity to look through the introductory material. There was an introductory video there, as well as to provide a bit of an introduction to yourself, just so that I can get to know you a little bit. As this is an online course, I definitely want to do the best I can to connect with you guys, and I find that that is one way that helps me to accomplish that goal. But hopefully you've also been able to look at the syllabus and go through that, looking through not only what your assignments will be and what the reading schedule is going to look like, but also that you've spent some time looking through my policies. That includes late work policies and plagiarism policies, email policies and guidelines, so forth and so on. So if you've not yet had a chance to do those particular things, please do that first before proceeding forward with the week 1 content. So that's that kind of disclaimer. But for this week, as I will do with each week, I'll provide a little video like this. But for this week, we're going to be spending some time looking at the colonial experience. Now, as you've probably been taught throughout grade school and high school, there were originally 13 colonies that ultimately came to make up what would become the United States of America. We, for the sake of time, because this is a late start class, do not have the ability to cover each of those 13 colonies individually. And so instead of doing that, what we're going to do is we're going to look at 2 in particular, although we're going to be tossing a third in there. And the first we're going to be looking at this week, in which you have an actual lecture on, is on Jamestown, which was the first successful colony in the Chesapeake region in the state of what is now Virginia. And we'll be looking at Jamestown. Other colonies that developed in the Chesapeake area would include the Carolinas, both North and South Carolina, as well as Georgia. And then there's other colonies that we're going to look at as well in the New England area, which is now Massachusetts. And specifically, we're going to be looking at the Massachusetts Bay Colony. And we'll spend a little bit of time this week assessing the Salem witch trials, kind of as a case study to sort of think about the way in which gender and religion and society all came together to culminate into this rather unique moment in U.S. history. Although looking for witches and witch hunts and killing witches, that wasn't unique or novel to Europeans or even to the colonists in Massachusetts Bay, but it does provide for us a unique opportunity to think about some of these larger and broader topics, okay? But in addition to those, there are other colonies that develop in the New England area. This would include places like Rhode Island, founded by Roger Williams after he was expelled from Massachusetts Bay. And then, of course, you've got the middle colonies of Delaware, New York, New Jersey. You've got Maryland, okay? But we're just going to sort of look at the surface of the colonial experience, the settler colonial experience, and we'll be talking more about that in the lecture. But we have a lot of content to look at this week, and because this is a late start class, you are going to note that there is more material in the first couple weeks than perhaps in the latter weeks, simply because we have to try and catch up so that we can get it all in. So this week, make sure that you pace yourself, right? You want to start Monday, go all the way through. Your first discussion board post will be due by Thursday, and you'll need to submit your answer by 11:59 p.m. on Thursday. You will then have 3 days to address any questions or comments that I give to you, as well as to respond to another student. Now, your very first post will be worth up to 20 points, okay? And then your subsequent post to another student will be worth about 10 points, okay? So you want to make sure that you get those things in. And the other thing is that if you do not post an initial post or answer, then you won't be able to see other students' responses. You need to make sure that you upload your own answer before you'll be able to see other people's posts. So just bear that in mind, okay? So I think that's it for this week. If you have questions or concerns, please contact me. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, I will leave you as I always will. So please, go in peace, be warm and filled. May the force be with you, live long and prosper, and may the odds forever be in your favor. Have a blessed week, guys.